Hello guys, and welcome to my first look at the Ghost Recon Future Soldier multiplayer for Xbox 360.
We have multiple objectives to accomplish. Focus on those. We've located a sensor. Secure it and bring it online.
Now this isn't going to be a kill skill video or any showing off. It's just a recording of a match that myself and one of my buddies, Joe, played last night. Just to give you an idea for those that didn't play the beta or those of you that haven't actually seen anything on the multiplayer. Just to give you an idea of what you can expect from that. Saying that, Joe finishes first with the most points and I finished second with the most kills, so we did have a decent match last night and it was very enjoyable. Now I'm just going to explain quickly what's going on for those of you who haven't seen any footage of the game. This is a mode called Conflict. It's very similar to the Battlefield Rush mode, but the major difference in the Ghost Recon mode is that the objectives are random, so they're placed randomly throughout the map. And it's a random objective as well, so it could be an ammo resupply point where you can obviously get your ammo back. It might be an intelligence point where you can view the enemy, see what they're doing, or it might just be a objective that you just have to be holding for a certain period of time. One of the things that I find, oh, I just got killed. One of the things I found with that is that it helps keep things fresh because you don't know where it's going to be positioned throughout the map. So once you've taken one, the other objective might spawn all the way over the other side, so you don't have to fight your way across the map, get to the objective and then hold it down from the enemy's counter attack, which it keeps things fresh doing it that way. Now with any shooter that's objective based, if you're not with a good team, then you're going to have problems. Myself and Joe here, we're fortunate enough to be put on a decent team who knew what they were doing, and obviously we were communicating with ourselves so we could talk to each other and plan out what we were going to do. But if you're with a team that's not paying attention to the objectives or just running around trying to get kills and generally being annoying, you are going to suffer and you're not going to get the points or win the match, and that can be frustrating. You do see that in Battlefield as well, on Rush and on Conquest, and unfortunately it's one of those things when you're playing a multiplayer game that relies on objectives. If you're not with the team, then it's going to be a hard time. And I can guarantee you, if you give this, a week to a month, when all the squads have worked out their full tactics, this place is going to become very hostile to the new players. So it might be worth getting a look at this now, see what you think of the game. If you do think you like it, obviously, I'd recommend the multiplayer. Not so much the single player or the co-op, but I'll come to that in a review that I'm going to do later. Now this isn't going to appeal to everybody, simply because it's a bit more slower paced than some of the other military shooters like Battlefield or Call of Duty. And myself, I'm primarily a Battlefield player, even though I've played Ghost Recon since Jungle Storm and thoroughly enjoyed both Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2 on the Xbox 360. This game took a bit more getting used to, and I will be honest, when I first had it, I absolutely hated it and I couldn't even bring myself to play it. But I think that's in part to playing the single player and the co-op first. Again, I'll cover that in the review later. But what I would recommend, if you are going to play this, if you just picked it up or if you're considering it and you're not too sure, get yourself online, get a few buddies there, try out the multiplayer just for an hour or two, and what you'll find is you've got a very solid shooter here. It does suffer from a few issues at the moment, partly because it's not on dedicated servers, so you do get the host migration. Sometimes you might get a little bit of lag, but for the most part it is very solid and very enjoyable. I think just by looking at the title screen, although this is a very silly point to make, I'm going to make it anyway. On the title screen, above, at the top, sorry, is multiplayer, and below that is single player. Now, I'm not too sure if that's an indication by Ubisoft that they put a bit more effort into the multiplayer and the single player was sort of a second thought this time round. I mean, I saw on Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2, although the co-op was great and the single player stories were great, the adversarial mode was a little bit shoddy, to say the least. So I think what they've done is they took a look at the past games, which were great, and I really did like them, but kind of streamline the multiplayer a little bit more, make it a bit more enjoyable. Give you a lot more options as well, which I will cover in that review. So for now, what I'm going to do is just let you watch the rest of this match here. Any questions about the game, the equipment, the guns, anything I can help with, drop a comment in the section below and I'll try and give you a hand. Don't forget to congratulate Badjoe on coming first in the match, and if you can, just send me a message and congratulate me for having the most kills as well. But yeah, enjoy. Anything you need to know, just leave a comment down below.
Sensor out. Ammo out. Frag out. Throwing a frag.
Roger that. We've got the supply point.
I'm in trouble. Give me a hand here.
Sensor out.
We've identified an inactive sensor. Get it back online.
I need a medic. I'm down.
Sensor deployed. Frag out. Stand by. Doing the module. Grenade out. Ammo deployed.
The sensor is active. Defend it. We were able to pull data off the sensor. Well done. Defend the EMP while it powers up.
I need a medic!
Ammo out! Ammo deployed! Sensor out! Frag out!
Enemy forces just planted a demo charge.
I need a medic!
There's an enemy EMP generator on site. Get a charge on it.
Medic! I need support over here! I'm in trouble! Give me a hand here!
Final minute. We're in control, but don't let up on them. Our demo charge is armed. Clear out.
Sensor out.
We've got an inactive sensor on site. Secure it and get it operational.
Frag out!
sensor's dead. Scrub the objective. Well done. You took it to him.